bring us out of character, Sister Lena. He wants to bring us out of our character to get us to respond to something that is only temporary. And so here it was with the children of Israel. We find now that God instructs them to go into the land, to go and see what it is he has in store for them. What God is speaking to us in this season, that God is going to begin to deal with us in visions and in dreams. Some of you, God is going to begin to give you a glimpse of where it is you're going. But I need to forewarn you, don't be surprised by what you see in your future, because your future will never look like your present. That's why when I get up here and preach, I'm not preaching to how many is sitting up in here, but I'm preaching to thousands of people sitting out there. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing here. I see millions. And so what God is going to begin to do in this season, he's going to begin to give you a glimpse of your future. But the key to it is, when he showed you your future, don't be afraid of what you see. Don't be afraid when you see yourself having millions in the bank. Don't be afraid when you see yourself being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Don't be afraid when you see yourself on the cover of a book in Barnes and Nobles and Walmart and Books A Million. Y'all ain't saying that here. Don't be afraid when you see yourself on a platform preaching to thousands of people and thousands of souls are coming to the altar. Don't be surprised when you see you and your husband happily married and your children are blessed and successful. Don't be surprised when you see yourself out of debt and being the lender and not the borrower. God Almighty, don't be surprised when you see yourself being the one in the family that everybody comes to when they find themselves in trouble. Look at your neighbor and say, don't be surprised by what you see in the future. But what you got to do is you got to hold on to what you see in the future and keep living until what's in the future become the present. Look at somebody and tell them, I'm living to see my future. Y'all ain't say to them, I'm living to see the dream come to pass. I'm living to see the vision come to pass. You remember God showed Joseph his brothers bowing down to him. But if Joseph would have died in the pit, if he would have died in the prison, he would have never saw his brothers come bow down. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, I won't die in the pit. Neither will I die in prison, but I'm going to see every dream. I'm going to see every vision. I'm going to see my potential. I'm going to see my purpose. I'm going to see every possibility come to pass in my life. Somebody clap your hands and give God praise up in. And so it was, God showed them something. They went into the land and they see the fruit. Notice it's 12 men, which represents the 12 tribes of Israel. So every tribe is represented when they get into this territory. Now, this is what I want to bring to your attention. They get into the territory. They pick up the fruit. They taste the fruit, carry it back. But on the way carrying back, it seemed like something happened in their spirit where they lost focus of what God just showed them. I need to remind somebody in here this morning, and I'm getting ready to close. The Lord want me to remind you that if you see it, he showed it to you so you can pursue it. Here it was with the 12 spies. They missed the revelation. God never show you something, elder, and don't expect for you to not to pursue it. When God show it to you, he wants you to go after it. He don't show you what he's showing you so you can sit there and twiddle your thumbs. But he shows it to you so you can become aggressive. Come on, by show of hands, how many of you here, God have showed you some things? How many of you have seen a glimpse of what God is going to do in your life? And so when they got back, my God, they got the fruit on their shoulder, but they said, listen here. Here they become up with excuses. They become complacent in their current situation. Here it was, they come back with the negative report. And not only did they come back with the negative report, but now they begin to spread their negative spirit. I need to share with somebody here. Don't let somebody else's spirit get on you. I need to tell somebody here this morning, every negative person that's in your life, you better run for your life, because if you hang around it long enough, it'll become part of you. I wish I had a church right there. And this is the conspiracy that the enemy uses. It's like cancer, the spirit of negativity. What he does, he's get one person and he sows them into your life. And now that person becomes that cancer in your life. And every time you go to do something, that main person, they're in your ear trying to tell you why you can't do it. That's why I've been preaching in this season, Melody. If you got to go by yourself, you got to go by yourself. Can I share with somebody here? Everybody don't want to succeed. Everybody don't want to prosper. Everybody don't want to live holy. Everybody don't want to live righteous. But there are some key people in this season that God is raising up that's going to be a part of this remnant. That just like the 2 men out of the 12 spies, Joshua and Caleb, when they stood up, they said, listen, y'all can stay over here if you want to. But ain't no way in the world I'm going to taste the fruit and I'm going to go back to eating onions. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, it don't make sense to go backwards. Yeah, if God brought you for something, why would you go back into it? If God brought you out of abusive relationship, why would you find another joker that's going to whoop you upside your head? Y'all ain't going to help me in here. If God brought you out of one dead church, why would you go join another dead church? If God brought you, y'all ain't saying nothing here today. If God brought you out of one situation, why would you go back to it again? That's why Paul says, stand fast ye therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made you free, and be not entangled again in the yoke of bondage. Tell somebody, I won't go back. Come on, do like black folk do, and shake your finger in their face and say, I won't go back. Who in here to say, I won't go back? I ain't going back to the club. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. I'm not going back to drinking. I'm not going back to lying. I'm not going back to cussing. I'm not going back to bed hopping. But I see something in my future. That's why Paul said, forgetting the things which are behind, and I'm going to reach for the things which are before. Grab your neighbor by the hand and say, I will press. I need to hear E flat because I'm getting ready to close. Grab somebody by the hand and say, I will press. I'm going to press for the mark of the prize of the high calling. Wait on me now, which is in Christ Jesus. And so you got to learn that in this season, that what God is doing in your life, you got to see it and pursue it. Other words, you got to say, on your mark, get set, go. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, get on the mark. Tell them there's a prize that's waiting on you. There is purpose waiting on you. There is deliverance waiting on you. There's increase waiting on you. And so it was the children of Israel. I feel preaching up in here early on a Sunday morning. And so it was. They were so close, but yet they were far away. Delphine, they was right next to it. They were so close, had the fruit in their hand, but they let the devil, the accuser of the